Welcome back, everyone, to Beyond the Hustle. Today, Anna and I are tackling a topic that honestly keeps a lot of small business owners up at night: scaling. You know, that point where you're successful, but you're also just drowning.
Absolutely, John. It's that beautiful, terrifying precipice where you've proven your concept, you've got customers, maybe even a small team, but you hit a ceiling. You can't personally handle another client, another order, another project. It's a huge challenge, but also a fantastic opportunity.
Right, and I think a lot of people confuse growing with scaling. Growth can be linear. You add more resources, you get more output. Scaling, though, is different. It's about achieving disproportionate growth in revenue without a proportional increase in resources. It's working smarter, not just harder.
Exactly. It's about building systems and structures that allow you to expand without hitting those bottlenecks. It means leveraging technology, refining processes, and crucially, empowering your team. It's a complete mindset shift, really.
Mindset is huge. I see so many founders, myself included in the early days, who feel like they have to do everything. They're the chief salesperson, the marketing guru, the operations manager, the customer service rep, and the janitor sometimes. You can't scale if you're stuck in that superhero mentality.
Oh, absolutely. The first step to scaling, in my opinion, isn't about hiring or new tech. It's about letting go. It's realizing that your value shifts from doing to directing. Your role becomes the architect of the growth, not the bricklayer.
That's a tough pill for many entrepreneurs to swallow, myself included. You started this thing from scratch, you're emotionally invested, and you know how you want it done. Handing that over feels like losing control.
It does, but it's a necessary evolution, and it actually gives you more control, just a different kind. You gain control over the strategic direction, the vision, rather than being bogged down in the day-to-day tactical stuff. You can focus on the big picture, which is where real scaling happens.
So once you've embraced that mindset shift, where do you even begin? I mean, scaling can feel like this massive, overwhelming beast. Is it marketing first, operations, funding?
That's a fantastic question, John, and honestly, it's often a bit of a dance between a few key areas. But if I had to pick a starting point, it would be processes. Documenting what you do, how you do it, and why. Because without clear, repeatable processes, you can't delegate effectively, you can't train new hires, and you definitely can't leverage technology.
That's so true. I've seen businesses try to scale by just throwing more people at a problem, but if those people don't have clear instructions or a system to follow, it just creates more chaos, not more output. It's like trying to build a skyscraper without blueprints.
Exactly. Think about something as simple as onboarding a new client or fulfilling an order. If every time it's a slightly different dance based on who's doing it, that's not scalable. But if you have a step-by-step guide, checklists, templates, suddenly anyone can follow it and it maintains quality.
And that ties directly into technology, doesn't it? Once you have those processes documented, you can start looking for tools that automate parts of them. CRMs, project management software, accounting platforms, the list is endless, but they really make those processes hum.
Absolutely. Technology is a force multiplier. It allows one person to do the work of three, or it removes tedious, repetitive tasks altogether. Imagine how much time a small business saves by automating invoice generation or social media scheduling. Those are hours that can be reinvested into strategy, customer relations, or product development.
But a word of caution there too. Don't just implement tech for tech's sake. If you don't have a clear process first, the tech can actually complicate things further. It's garbage in, garbage out, right?
Spot on, John. Tech should serve the process, not dictate it. And it should solve a real problem. Don't buy the fancy new software just because everyone else is. Evaluate your bottlenecks, look at your processes, then find the tool that fits.
Okay, so we've got the mindset, we're documenting processes, we're looking at tech. What about people? Because you can't scale without a great team, right?
Oh, the team is everything. And this is where that delegation mindset comes full circle. You need to hire people who are not just competent, but who you can trust and who buy into your vision. People who can take ownership of those processes you've documented.
And it's not just about hiring, it's about empowering, giving them the autonomy to make decisions within their roles, training them, mentoring them, letting them fail sometimes and learn from it.
Exactly. A truly scalable business has a culture of ownership where team members feel like they're building something together, not just following orders. You want people who can think critically and solve problems without constantly needing your input. That's true delegation.
Which frees you up as the owner to focus on the truly strategic stuff, like market expansion, new product development, or fundraising. That's the whole point of scaling, isn't it? To elevate your role.
It absolutely is. And on the topic of market expansion, let's talk about the revenue side of scaling. Because you can have the most efficient processes and the best team, but if you're not growing your customer base or your sales channels, you're not truly scaling.
Agreed. This is where understanding your customer acquisition cost and customer lifetime value becomes critical. You need to know that for every dollar you spend on marketing or sales, you're getting a predictable return that's higher than the cost. Otherwise, you're just spending money, not investing in growth.
And it's about identifying those repeatable sales channels. Are you good at content marketing? Is it paid ads, referrals? Once you find what works, you can pour fuel on that fire, knowing it will generate consistent leads and conversions. It's about building a predictable revenue engine.
Yeah, predictability is key. Chasing every shiny new marketing tactic isn't scalable. Mastering one or two channels, optimizing them, and then systematically expanding from there, that's scalable.
What about finances, John? Because scaling often requires capital, doesn't it? Whether it's to hire more people, invest in bigger tech, or expand into new markets.
Oh, absolutely. Cash flow is king, especially when you're scaling. You need to have a really clear understanding of your financial runway. Are you self-funding your growth? Are you looking for external investment? And if so, what are your projections looking like? Because investors want to see a clear path to return, and they want to know you've got your financials buttoned up.
And even if you're self-funding, managing your cash flow meticulously is crucial. Scaling can often mean you're spending more upfront to generate future revenue. You need to ensure you don't run out of money before that revenue materializes. That means forecasting, budgeting, and having clear KPIs for financial health.
I can't stress that enough. Many businesses fail not because they're not profitable, but because they run out of cash during a growth phase. It's a common trap. You're growing, but you're having to pay suppliers or staff before you collect from clients, and if that gap gets too wide, you're in trouble.
It's a really interesting paradox, isn't it? The more successful you become, the more disciplined you have to be about your finances. It's not just about getting bigger, it's about getting stronger and more resilient.
Yeah, exactly. So we've talked about mindset, processes, technology, people, sales, and finance. It's a lot to take in, but it's all interconnected. Where do people typically stumble, Anna, when they're trying to scale?
Well, the biggest one, as we mentioned, is probably the inability to delegate. Trying to maintain control over everything prevents true scalability. Another common pitfall is scaling too quickly without solid foundations. You bring on a ton of new clients, but your internal systems can't handle it, and quality suffers, leading to customer churn.
Oh, that's a killer. It's like putting a supercharger on an engine that isn't ready for it. You just blow the whole thing up, and then you're back to square one, but with a damaged reputation.
Precisely. Another one is neglecting your existing customer base in pursuit of new ones. Loyalty and retention are often more profitable and easier to scale than constantly acquiring new customers. A good retention strategy is a powerful scaling tool.
That's so true. It costs so much more to acquire a new customer than to keep an existing one happy, and happy customers become your best marketing channel through word of mouth. That's truly scalable marketing right there.
Right, and then there's the flip side of technology. Over-investing in complex systems you don't need or can't properly implement. Or, conversely, not investing enough in the right technology, and trying to patch things together with manual workarounds as you grow, which becomes incredibly inefficient.
It's all about balance, isn't it? And intentionality. You have to be deliberate about every step you take towards scaling. It's not something that just happens. You have to plan for it, prepare for it, and then execute on that plan.
Absolutely. It's a journey, not a destination, and it's going to have its ups and downs. There will be moments of doubt, moments of overwhelming success, and moments of utter frustration. But keeping that long-term vision in mind and remembering why you wanted to scale in the first place, that's what keeps you going.
So, for our listeners who are thinking, okay, I'm ready to scale, but where should I start today? What's one actionable piece of advice you'd give them, Anna?
I would say pick one core process in your business that feels like a bottleneck and spend the next week documenting every single step. Just that one. Don't try to fix it yet, just understand it. That act of clarity alone will be incredibly illuminating and provide a foundation for future improvements. What about you, John?
I love that. For me, it would be to sit down and identify one task you do regularly that someone else could do, even if it's not perfectly, and then seriously consider delegating it, even if it's to a virtual assistant for an hour a week. Just get used to the idea of letting go. It's practice.
Both excellent starting points. It's all about taking those small, deliberate steps towards building a more robust, efficient, and ultimately scalable business. You don't have to overhaul everything overnight.
Right. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and it's exciting to see your business grow beyond what you could accomplish alone. That's the real magic of scaling, isn't it?
It truly is, John. It's about realizing the full potential of your vision and impacting more people. So if you're feeling that urge to scale, embrace it, be strategic, and enjoy the journey.
Fantastic advice, Anna, and that's all the time we have for Beyond the Hustle today. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time as you continue to build and scale your amazing businesses.
Thanks, everyone. Happy scaling!